All right. Malibu Film Festival's films, charity events, and special programs continue to evolve in support of the arts in your community, and you can help by becoming a sponsor of the Malibu Film Festival. Check them out at MalibuFilmFestival.com. I can really speak. I can. Or you can donate at MalibuFilmFestival.com/donate. Okay, we're back again. We are live for Friday, May 25th. This is Around Midnight with the Local Boys. And we're just trying to be as controversial as we can possibly be tonight. We'll see how many people we can get mad. Fortunately, I don't think we have that many viewers, so it's really not that big an issue.
I think this is probably our highest viewership ever.
We have 2?
No, maybe it's not then. I'm sorry.
Oh, Thomas. Yeah, Thomas is asking a question that I was thinking of as well.
But you didn't say it.
I did not, because
Okay.
you guys can't get a word in edgewise with you two.
Ugh.
But he says, who's to decide what's appropriate? It's up to each business to decide how their employees
it's not.
dress.
According to
But it's
Kelly,
not, is
we
it?
don't want Todd making that, or women don't want Todd making that decision because, well, anyway. And yet
Come
he
on, guys. That's like a layup. Don't give me that
he
one.
called us. Did he call us apples?
Apples.
Yes.
Well, to answer his question, if you're in what is supposed to be a democracy, then the majority decides. But case law has proven that that is not the case.
Okay, that was a diplomatic answer. Go ahead, Todd.
Well, I'm just saying,
Kelly
like, if a
says-
law says that a person who's in the minority can do what they want and everybody else just has to deal with it, then the law decides what you can do. So
All right.
one person can effectively decide how the rest of society runs.
Kelly says, it's okay for women to wear what they want, and men and women are going to look, but people cross the line when they grope or verbally harass. That is something they can control.
That I can agree with.
I agree with that too. Okay, so
Thank you, Kelly, for setting the guys straight.
going, building off of this first topic, I'm kind of curious because the other day I was just looking around and seeing all of the mayhem that goes on and masquerades as societal norms these days. And I kind of sat back and thought to myself, this is really kind of frightening. I'm wondering, does society scare you the way it scares me these days? I mean, between the whole thing where people are pretty much wearing their lingerie out in public and then getting mad when you look at them, and then you've got people driving around angry all the time, like they, cut you off in traffic. They've got to be in front of you.
Worse than that, they're driving around angry and at their cell phones.
Yeah, that too. They're talking on their mobile phones, or they're playing with Facebook, or doing something other than paying attention to driving. You've got explosions going on in the movies and TV all the time. You've got people trying to shoot up the schools. The music just seems sad or angry. I mean, what has happened? Are we looking at a society that is in the process of breaking down, or has it always been this way and I just finally joined the party?
Yes to both.
I see.
All right, next topic. Glad we worked it all out for you guys.
Todd, you don't have any insight on this one?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it has more to do with, getting old and being lame now. That children are scary.
I'm going to try and forget you said that.
You see kids walk around all the time, and you're like, are these adults? You see, whenever you go out to the bar, and you're like, how are these people ordering drinks? These people look like they're about 12.
Yeah.
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 They probably are. They just have made fake IDs from the
They
internet.
made very effective fake IDs.
Yeah.
Very effective, yes.
But, I mean, you can't allow it to affect your everyday life,
How can you stop it from affecting
or
your
else
everyday
the
life?
terrorists win.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
That was not a very epic Kanye rant. I need more from you, Todd.
Yeah, I don't even know where to
Oh
go
my
with
God.
that.
Have you guys heard that floop diddy scoop diddy whatever thing Kanye did?
I think I did.
What?
That is the worst song I've ever heard.
No, I think I'm very grateful that I haven't heard this.
Yeah, I kept hearing Kevin and Bean playing this weird soundbite, and I assumed it was literally some thing they pulled off YouTube of some crazy person going on this stupid little.
Well, that's isn't that
slightly,
Kanye?
Exactly.
Some crazy
you
person.
guys
Slightly
leave Kanye
rhyming
alone. The
rant
man's got
where he's
problems.
like floop diddy scoop diddy boop. And he just says that like over and over and over.
Wasn't there some
basically.
guy that used to hang out on the corner in Old Town Pasadena that used to sing a song like that, and you always used to talk about it?
Probably.
Something about me and my friend.
Give
And,
it up. There was a guy who had, he had like a mangy dog and with a
yeah,
extension.
I think I remember you
cord
talking
for
about a
leash.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the scat bum. Yeah, the scat bum. Oh my goodness, I haven't thought about him in a long time. He's probably dead.
Really? You have to wait till he said he's probably dead to play that soundbite, Joe?
Because he was all like, Scooby Dooby Dabbo, boop bee boop. Give me a quarter for me and my friend. Deepy dabba doop.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
Yeah, the scat bum. Yeah, I remember that guy.
That guy. Yeah, he definitely froze to death under an underpass.
Either that or he became
overpass.
Either that or he became Kanye West.
I can't be the morbid guy if you guys are going to have this
He
conversation.
just changed his name to Kanye West, and now he's a star.
No, you can't do that unless you're rich. Like when you're rich, then you can do that. Then you just center an overpass in your Lamborghini and complain on Instagram and Twitter.
What? Who do you know? What rich guy do you know that does that?
Kanye.
Oh, I see.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, follow the conversation.
So
Joe.
I'm, he's done so many bizarre things now. I can't keep track of them all.
So the answer again is yes. Society is scary. Yes, I think America is definitely on the decline. The scariest thing about it is nobody cares.
You're right. They elected Trump.
Yeah, I can't be mad at him for that. I'm not mad at Trump for winning. I'm not even mad at Trump for everything he's doing, because America gets what America deserves.
I feel like the worst part about our ever-evolving society is the literal lack of
Wait for it.
anyone caring for anyone else.
You mean
Yeah.
the lack of common courtesy?
Common courtesy,
Yeah,
or just general
Beyond common courtesy, just some empathy.
Yeah, because nobody gives
Real
a crap about
empathy,
anyone.
not that hashtag empathy you
People
always
are staring at their cell phones and step over people living on the street.
Well, at some point, and I'm not necessarily saying you're wrong, but at some point the homeless population has exploded so that you as a person don't have enough money to save every homeless person on the street.
You don't have to save every homeless person, and I think that's part of the myth that has been created, and primarily being created by the government that wants to make it so it's essentially their job, and everybody feels like, oh, we have to rely on the government, because that's part of the reason we ended up in the situation we're in now. You just need to help one person. That's all you need to do. If one person helped one other person, everybody would be helping each other. We wouldn't have this problem.
Okay.
But what tends to happen is people will help one person one time, and then they think that gives them license to go and be a butthole for the rest of their life.
And what homeless person did you help this week?
This week,
Nobody.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Like, I personally know and see on a daily basis two people that are homeless, because one of the problems that we have in this country is we always talk about the ones that's living on the street and whatnot, but there is a ton of people who do not have their own homes. They're either living with friends, living with family, because they can no longer afford to live in the neighborhoods they grew up in.
Okay.
And nobody out, Walmart's not going to start handing out $50,000 income to people just because of the area they live in. They're going to continue to pay the minimum wage wherever they put themselves. So if people would actually, like he's talking about the whole common courtesy thing, and I extend that to empathy, but people got to like help each other. Well, here's one example.
Okay.
You live in an apartment
I'm still
building,
waiting for
right?
the example, but yeah.
You live in an apartment building. You've got 80 units in this building. Cable company comes in and says, we want to give you cable. How come, like, 3 apartments can't share one cable line? How come the fact that, like, if I turn on my wireless on my computer, I can see 18 other wireless networks where I live? And every one of those people is paying the same company for access to the internet. Why don't maybe 2 or 3 of those families get together and say, hey, let's split the bill. We'll all get the highest possible bandwidth, and we're going to pay half as much money.
Because they don't want their network hacked.
No, you don't get your network hacked.
And that would
comes
involve
to
you
distrust.
having to, talk to your neighbors,
Which
and
is what we're
B,
saying is the problem.
trust your neighbors.
Which is what we're saying is the problem. But even if you don't trust
Would
your
you
neighbor,
trust him if he was your neighbor?
you definitely want me to be one of your friends. I can tell you that right now.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
He associates with a
what
lot
kind
of
of-
homeless people.
Oh. Oh, wait. And then I guess I can throw in this one.
I'm just saying it's very wasteful. Or let's take, for example, something else entirely different. Vacuum cleaners. Do you vacuum your house every day?
Well, that sucks. What?
I got a Roomba for that.
So how come you can't use the Roomba on Monday, give it to your neighbor on Tuesday, give it to the one across the street Wednesday, and it works its way back to your house, and then
Well,
every
see-
day somebody's house is getting clean? You got like 8 houses
You're driving
where your
down
Roomba
the street
is listening
and the
to
Roomba's
everything
like
you say.
going across the street. I gotta get to the other house. Hang on a minute.
No,
Oh.
but I mean, people have these things like you have all these houses that have sheds in the back full of all kinds of appliances
His
and
shed's
tools.
full of rats. Have you seen his shed?
Appliances and tools in his case that are rusted
Yeah.
that are not being used.
What?
Every single house has a brand new device, and everybody's got the same device, and not everybody's using it
So
every day.
you want to throw out the city and go back to these like little kind of town? They're not even towns. They're more like compounds.
Okay,
where-
well then let me ask you this question: Which one works better?
I'm not sure.
Okay, why do you live out here and not downtown LA?
Because I don't want to.
Because you like the little town.
Yeah, I do.
That's
oh yeah,
the
I
answer.
totally agree. Yeah,
And
I
then
like the
even
little
the
town.
people that live down in LA, they want to live in their apartment building with the other 20 people that they know. They don't want to go to the apartment building next door. The bottom line is humans like tribes, but they prefer to keep them smaller.
Well, Chevelle, Don's jumping in on the Facebook Live chat. He says because it comes back broken.
Oh, damn. You got me on that one, Don.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if you're sharing a thing like a Roomba, high-tech piece of equipment,
It's a good deal my sister's not watching, man. She'll
that
bring up the
thing-
space shuttle we bought at the liquor store for like $2 back in 1982. And I said, let me play with it first. And then nobody else got to play with it. 'cause
and
I
then you broke it. Yeah, because those kind of things, they wear after a while. And then you get into
Was it one of
arguments
those
with
the
your
friction motor
neighbors.
that shot sparks or
Okay,
something like
well,
that?
but then there's actually a solution for that too.
You're like,
there's a
I
solution for
filled
that.
up. You filled up the bag on the vacuum, Don.
I mean,
and then
everybody
you gave it
has
to me all
the nightmare
full.
roommate
You need to
scenario.
refill that. You need to get another
Well,
bag
then
on there,
you get
Don.
the Roomba and the battery's dead, and it needs to be charged. And
Yeah,
like,
you didn't
and
charge
then
it overnight, Don.
When
Okay,
your
so-
time is
so
up,
let's say it's not
when
the
it's
Roomba.
charged, your time is up.
Let's say it's that one thing that you bought and used one time, and it just sits there and does nothing. You can't give it to somebody who actually needs it. For instance, the ice cream maker that I gave away. Sorry if you got that for me for my wedding. My bad.
I feel like one thing that I feel like people do share a lot is like baby stuff.
I
Yeah.
thought he was going to say VD.
'Cause that stuff's only good for 2 months, and then they grow
Yeah,
out of
exactly. Then
They
you
share a lot of that.
then you lose it. Yeah, you have literally no need for it because people, they often have one kid and then they're done. But we got some lively chat on the Facebook Live.
Okay.
Andre jumps in, says happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Andre. Appreciate it.
Kelly says we do have certain neighbors that we are friendly with and help out and lend stuff, and others, hell no.
I mean, it's like I said, you got to
And
pick
Don
your
says he
tribe.
didn't break it. It was like that when he got it.
There are. I mean, that goes back to you have to have your, and that I think that like family you have in your immediate family, people that you just don't get along with. You're so dynamically different, and if you have to pick them, you wouldn't. That's why God gives them to you as family, because you would not pick them if you had a choice.
Interesting.
But you need that variety to help you grow as a human being, and then you get to go and pick the people that you want to add to your family as friends, and then hopefully they last for a
Wait,
lifetime.
now Danielle's jumping in. She says, my neighbor helped me open my wine bottle. Now that's community. Wait.
But then he wanted half the bottle,
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say, did he help you drink it? Because he might have an ulterior
That's what
motive.
I was going to say. That's ulterior motive. You beat me
Yeah.
to it. That's, woo, okay.
They either want to help you drink it or help you get drunk. One of the two. That can
Yeah.
be risky.
Hey, you know
I'm
what?
just saying, don't go out in your yoga pants.
Me too.
Speaking of hashtag me too, what?
Hashtag me too, guys.
Speaking of which, speaking of wine, isn't it time for our what's in your face?
It's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Wait.
In
what's the
your
name-
face.
What's the name of the segment?
I
We
think,
don't have a name for this segment.
I think it's time to do the segment.
In your face.
Oh, cool.
Somebody's been busy over the week.
What's gonna be in my face is this
I thought there were a
licorice.
lot more colors over there on your little device.
Yeah. So,
Do you color code those things?
I did.
Okay.
Make it a little easier to figure them out.
Okay.
So,
How come you're
Todd?
so late on the trigger there, man? Well, right now everybody's got red vines in their face. Was that like a cue to get the red vines? What was that?
That's the
Are they
time,
sponsoring us now?
That's the time when we
I mean,
get some
was
delicious,
that
delicious.
Was that a cue to get the
This
red
was
licorice
generic
supplement?
red licorice is what this was until you named it. Anyway, go ahead, Todd.
super nutritious red vines. Ding. No, but
Pack with vitamin, all of them.
vitamin K. But yeah,
That's potassium. It doesn't
you
have any
know,
of that.
as usual, after we've had dinner with our families, when we're on our way to do the podcast, we always feel like we need another dinner. Or at least Chevelle always does. So we always stop somewhere and grab a bite. Tonight, we stopped at Burger King in, I don't know, Rialto. Everything's in Rialto or
Yeah,
Fontana
whatever.
or something like that.
I just call it the Boondocks.
We stopped at Burger King because I've been hearing their ads. They've been talking about 2 big sandwiches for $6, and I was like, it's been a while since I had a Whopper. Let's see how that is.
So how did that rate?
And guess what? It's a Whopper.
Still
just
a Whopper.
Just like I remember it.
Yep.
Just like Mom used to make.
Your mom worked at
You
Burger
mean
King?
when she would go and take you out to Burger King?
Yeah. My mom is the king. You guys didn't know that? The Burger King.
Okay, that's got it. All right.
All right,
I'll
so
quit while I'm ahead. 'Cause I like your mom.
So, this is an
Oh,
abbreviated.
man. You know, if it was my mom making a sandwich, it would be a pork chop sandwich. Oh, my.
With so
So-
much mayo on it.
So how many?
Dang, what? I would be insulted, but that sounds pretty good.
How many local boys are you giving the Whopper?
And we also, since they had a little... Did you see that on the menu? They had like a little flashing light on the side of the menu saying, another $1.70 whatever for 10 chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
Or I guess they're not McNuggets. It's not McDonald's. They're
just
chicken
nuggets.
nuggets.
Okay.
And I was like, let me try these spicy nuggets. And I was like, these are actually kind of spicy. They're pretty good.
They were both spicy and nugget,
Yeah.
as advertised.
Overall, I give Burger King 2 local boys up.
2 local boys, huh? 2 out of 3. What about you, CJ?
2.5 as far as fast food joints go.
2.5. Okay.
I do like a nice flame broiled burger.
Yeah.
That really adds something to
Yeah,
it.
it does.
Interesting. Well, I haven't been to a Burger King recently, but I guess I will, and I didn't partake in this evening's fare, but
Too busy eating that birthday pizza.
I guess that's it. I guess we'll have to go with the 2.5 out of 3 local boys. And I guess that's it for what's in your face, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, it's
So, it's 2.25.
In your face.
You never should have gave him
Let the
audacity.
drop finish, Chevelle.
I didn't know how long it was. He dropped it on me at the last minute. Like, oh, look, I did some work this weekend.
all right. Well, speaking of work, we got to go take a break here. So we are live. It is around midnight with the local boys. 951-356-6882. I'm Joe Carbonetta, Chevelle Devine, Todd Fluker. Tweet us, email us, do something. Give us a call. Let us know what you think, and we'll be back right after this. Around Midnight is a production of Mixified Media Solutions. Mixified is a full-service multimedia production company. From boardroom to broadcast, whatever your production needs, Mixified is your solution. Go to Mixified.com, that's MIXAFIED, or call 951-356-6882. Mixified Media Solutions.